Hey, what's up, everybody? This is SlamZoneSports, here with you guys on everything, including audio and everything. I'm here with Fatal Streams. Go ahead and say hello, co-owner of SlamZoneSports. Go ahead and say hello, buddy.
Hello, my name is Fatal Streams. I am the co-owner of SlamZoneSports, and you're in here for the esports side of SlamZoneSports, where we're going to give you all the news when it comes to streaming and the esports gaming side.
So this one's a doozy. What you guys are seeing for a little bit is before we show an article of Twitch and what's going on with the whole Twitch saga. There's a lot to dive in with this, man. I mean, it's insane. A year ago, Twitch was doing well, and now it just looks like Amazon is falling apart. And it looks like Amazon just doesn't give a shit. And what you guys are seeing there is Ninja, the most net worthy streamer slash moneymaker, is done. Like, I didn't even know this was happening today. You know, I was doing a million things, and this is shocking news. What's going on with Dr. Disrespect streaming to Facebook, all this stuff is just insane to me. And I'm not even an esports person on the panel. I'm more of a sporting fan. Fatal's a huge esports person. And for me, I know Ninja big. This is huge. This is shocking. Is this a work by Ninja just to hype up the fans? Or is he really going to jump to another platform again like he did Mixer? Is he gonna go?
Absolutely,
Is he?
yes. And I hate to interrupt you on this, and I'm going to go into more depth on this, and this is a big thing because it would have been a work if Twitch didn't remove his check mark, he didn't remove his profile pic off of his Twitch, and the absolute passion on that clip when he gave that final, "Hey, I'm gone for a while." That was the nail in the coffin, man.
For me with Twitch in general, and I've had this conversation within my streams and you've heard it. I said, Amazon don't care. They don't care. They're bleeding right now. And I'm just going to say this,
They're bleeding in so many areas right now that they can't even care about the streaming side because that right now to them doesn't even matter because they're bleeding in more vital organs of their business, of their
it's
company,
just
of their
Amazon doesn't
corporation.
care. It's just you're seeing Amazon not caring. Here's what they need to do. What they honestly, seriously need to do is allow simulcasting at this point. It should have been done years ago. Amazon has not put Twitch at the centerfold. What they haven't done is innovate. They haven't innovated. They are number one, but they're slowly losing that ground. And when you start hearing articles from Twitch in general saying we're conceding this market, we're conceding to YouTube, Houston, we have a problem at Twitch. That's just bottom line. And I say if Twitch keeps going this way, I give them 2 years. I give them 2 years, they'll sell, and Amazon will cut their loss. Or it may come sooner than ever because I don't think Amazon wants to keep. Amazon's known for this. Amazon does not want to how can I
I
say
think
this?
what you're looking at is a possible Amazon dumping Twitch to YouTube.
You think so?
I think you're starting to see that already.
I
With the
think
big
Amazon will
partners
sell it to
going
somebody
ahead and getting
else.
their contracts and getting their shit going, I feel like they're gonna dump all their partners to YouTube.
Damn. You really think Amazon is just gonna, sell to some
Yep.
Timbuktu person that's willing to give them the
Yep.
largest bid and just move on, cut
Yes,
their
they
losses?
will because they're facing lawsuits right now and they need money.
Wow. This is the first time I'm hearing somebody that's basically saying I call them, I give it 6 months. You giving it 6 months, and then you're saying they're done. They're
I'm
done
giving it a
skis.
maximum of a year,
Wow.
and we could possibly not even see Twitch as even a thing.
Wow. Wow. That's a bold prediction.
It'll be a distant mixer memory.
Oh wow, that's even more of a wow. All right, he's going that far. I will give you mine. I will tell you with this whole ninja thing, um, and the way Twitch is going, I give it 2 years. I think Twitch will sell off to. I think
I mean,
Amazon will cut
yeah,
their loss.
yeah.
I think it'll go to the
They
first
could
bidder.
live off themselves for a year or so, even stand alone as a platform, even if they decided to just branch off of Amazon and just buy themselves out. All the big executives decide to just come together. Okay, we're just going to buy it all out. We're going to become a standalone platform. There's nobody backing us. There's nobody this or that. We're just Twitch.
Right. And here's my other thing is this is the thing. If Twitch wants to come back and be in the number one spot, here's the thing they need to do to stop the bleeding. And I agree with Hellas Heller here. Um, Senpai Gaming, whatever you want to call him now. I don't know what he's going under now, but I watched his video and I've watched a lot of other people talk about it. I agree. There should be a 50-50 split. I really think simulcasting should be a thing. Every other platform allows it, including our home Trovo. I think really, to be honest, we're in 2022. All these platforms are allowing you to maximize your potential, and I think Twitch is missing the point. And I think it's hurting people. I think people are hesitating to keep things exclusive. I'm watching people on YouTube that are used to multi-stream, now doing exclusive content because they're afraid to lose their stuff on Twitch. Twitch is like a whole mess right now. Like they can't sit and confirm if you can multi-stream or not. Affiliates, they said it was and they said it wasn't. They keep teetering, and at this point, you're gonna watch more and more people walk off their platform and find other. And I'm really hoping, and this is what I hope. I hope the smaller ones gain from all this. All these people leaving. I want to see the smaller platforms, like the one we're on, kind of, get more and more people over. But, at the end of the day, this whole ninja thing, to be real with you, is interesting to me because I'm not the biggest ninja fan. Ninja's a big name. And to me, you can see within the loop that you guys are seeing, you could see him. He's not happy. You could just literally see that there's something off. Like he's
Okay,
just not
but
happy.
I mean, okay, to kind of stray away a little bit, like, yes, Ninja may not be your favorite, may not be somebody you look up to or anything like that, but you can't deny the fact that Ninja literally built a foundation of what we call streaming nowadays.
As far as
He's the reason why it became popular.
yes and no. I agree to disagree with you with that one, but
It
as
was
far
his
as
Fortnite videos and his massive accomplishments on Twitch and Justin TV when it was a thing.
I mean, I agree to disagree with you with that one, but I'm saying I appreciate Ninja for this. The go-getter attitude, helping the esports scene out and making games fun that weren't really, they were a niche market, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I give him a
But he's
lot of
also a
credit.
kick-ass person too.
Yes. I agree with that. You know,
Like him and his wife are involved in a lot of charities, a lot of children's foundations and shit too.
right. What I'm saying is basically what I'm saying is Ninja started a lot of things and brought a lot of things to the light, as a content creator that nobody else did. He's a pioneer on a lot of things and I'll give him that. Do I, as a person, did I watch Ninja religiously? No. I'm not the biggest Ninja
Watch
fan.
him religiously either, but I've listened to him long enough and watched him long enough to know this man is real. But regardless of the character he puts on at points in his gameplay, he may be off the wall sometimes, but it is his personality, and he literally built the foundation for what we become streamers.
Right. I agree with you. Where I really respect Ninja on is the business aspect. The business aspect of what he does more than the streaming
He
side.
took streaming and made it cool.
Yeah.
Without
No
without
doubt.
Ninja reaching out and getting those partnerships from like fucking Adidas and shit like that, that shit would have never been possible without Ninja actually accomplishing that first, you
Right.
know?
Right. But, if Ninja does leave Twitch, that's a huge. Now my question is,
I
can
don't
he
think it's even an if. I don't think it's an if at
Okay,
this point.
my here well, if it's an if or not an if it's a work, if it's not a work, but my question here relies on did Ninja sign a contract with them? And if that's the
2
case,
years.
2 years. Now
He
here's
signed a 2-year contract with them, which is up in like a month.
okay, so my thing is, um, so is he gonna sit out and just let it run out and then just become a free agent and just go anywhere he
He
wants at that
signed
point?
a contract with Twitch back in 2020 when the pandemic was still kind of going on and shit, and Mixer shut down. It was a couple months after that that he signed the contract with Twitch, and it was 2 years. We're now in 2022. We're probably approaching that cutoff date for that contract, and he probably didn't sign the new one. I'm sure they offered one, but he might not have signed it. And this is why.
Probably.
You had 5 streamers yesterday leave the platform. I don't know if we have a list of names that we could get on the fly here.
Dr. Loophole, Valkyrie, Tim the Tap Man.
Those are all previous. This is like recent. Like 5 people left within the past week. I
Oh,
know Myth was one of them.
okay.
Um, I don't know who else was in that mix,
Um,
and I'd have to find it. But anyway, you got to look at it this way while you're finding that. Ninja, he has lost just about every streaming gaming friend on Twitch that he used to play games with daily and make content with daily. You know,
this guy Kuno left Twitch for YouTube. I didn't even know that. With
yeah,
five
this
more,
was a few months ago.
with five more big streamers following. Let's see. Dr. Loophole left. Okay, this article says Dr. Tim the Tap Man. We can go on the list. The list is huge. If you really want to go there,
The
it's
fact is I think Ninja is seeing the greener pasture, not even so the fact that maybe he doesn't have the following on YouTube or he doesn't have the subscriber count that he would want, the member count that he would want over there, the money he would want over there. The fact of the matter is if he goes over there, he can make content with who he wants while he's streaming.
and also
He can play
falsely.
games with who he wants while he's streaming. He used to play Tim the Tapman on Fortnite every fucking day for like 6 months.
Now
He used to make content
false.
with Dr. Disrespect, Dr. Lupo. Cypher is part-time now. He's got his real life thing going on. He's not really streaming that much. He's not really gaming that much anymore. He's got set times and schedules where he gets on and plays. And for Ninja to just stop his stream today when he was supposed to play with Cypher all day and say he's just done,
Yeah,
he can't do it anymore.
right. It's crazy,
That
isn't it?
says to me, yes, he loved playing with Cypher, but he would have loved it even more if Tim was in that game and Lupa was in that game because they were a squad. If you go back to past videos of Ninja playing a lot of Fortnite, it was always Ninja, Cypher, Tim the Tapman, and Lupo. Or those 3 and Courage.
Now here's the other thing.
Both of which are now on YouTube.
Now here's the other thing. Fossili's gone. Talking about leaving Twitch. You got the biggest women streamers that do hot tub streams are talking about leaving and changing their content. Get this, changing their content. think about it in this. They're thinking about leaving the platform. Amarath talking about it. Pokemade's talking about it. You got a lot. When you got a lot of people bailing out on Twitch, the platform, that screams to me there's something up with Twitch in general. When you got all these people talking.
And you know what's up with Twitch? The fact that every one of these big names that leave the platform, the ones that remain that used to play with those big names that have left, Twitch censors the fact that they can even play games with them anymore or create content while they're streaming anymore. You know? They
Right.
they they can't do it. They can get banned, they can get suspended, they can get fined. It's not being publicly, said, but best believe on the behind the scenes, they're getting emails, they're getting DMs, they're getting text messages or phone calls from their managers over at Twitch and the partner managers over at Twitch. And they're saying, hey, if you play with these big partners that just moved over to YouTube, we're going to fine you. We're going to take some of your partner money. We're going to take some of your YouTube money. We're going to take some of your sub money.
Now, here's the thing that Twitch could do to fix this. They could start going around and start pleasing their partners by loosening up things, restrictions. They can do a lot of things. Twitch has tripped on themselves. And the thing is, what you're seeing is all these
They could
business.
come back from it, but they're going to have to create a lot of really big names again. They're going to have to put some
Well,
really
no,
good
no. It
entertainers up
reminds
on the front
me.
spotlight.
Okay, so speaking of this, it reminds me a lot of what WWE did, right? When WWE said to their wrestlers they can't go make money outside of it, and then eventually WWE caved in and allowed it. Took them a year and a half to realize that, well, the wrestlers got to make money somewhere on their likeness somewhere down the line. They can't control everything. What's happening with Twitch in general is Twitch is trying to control, you know what I mean? Twitch is trying to control every little orifice and little aspects of what's going on with their streamers. They want them to be exclusive. I think times are changing when it comes to streaming. I think multi-simulcasting or multi-streaming is becoming a thing. A lot of streamers are doing it. Not everybody's doing it, but times are changing and multi-streaming is being adopted. And if you guys are not looking in the news, streaming is down. However you want to slice it and dice it, streaming is down.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Facebook just took a big hit at 51% loss. I said this in my stream the other day, and I went into depth, and a couple people were because, people have their platforms they enjoy. Don't get me wrong, but we're gonna talk about these things because you should be concerned. As a streamer, you should be concerned because when you watch big names leave Twitch, you start going, what's next? What is Twitch going to do next? What is Amazon going to do next? Now it brings up the question. We're going to have to see at TwitchCon, okay? We're going to have to see when TwitchCon happens in October. They said they're going to address a lot of these issues on stage. So we're going to have to see from the CEO's mouth in Amazon, what are they planning to do to keep people like Ninja and all these people happy?
Right.
Because Ninja's 1 foot out the door already. And it tells me...
I think he's already gone. I think the contracts are already in negotiations, and he's basically got the pen sitting on YouTube, and he's going to move.
You think he's going to go to YouTube?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
You
I
think
don't see no reason for him not to go YouTube, Facebook,
Well, YouTube's really been paying a lot of their streamers. Like, I got to give Google them their credit. YouTube is accepting they have a systemic problem within the game streaming. They've been realizing that they have a huge systemic problem and they need to fix it. And here's how YouTube becomes number one in the world, right? And I've had this conversation. They start with getting Ninja, right? They get him first. And, then what they do is they get all these people like Dr. Disrespect and all these people together in a room and they talk about what features they need. And what YouTube should do is relaunch their gaming app. I think they really need to relaunch YouTube Gaming. They need to have a creator's dashboard dedicated for gamers and start putting in the features because If you're getting people, if they land Ninja again for the second time, because they had Ninja before, and if they hit what I think they're going to hit, right? Then at the end of the day, YouTube's going to have to come to the board with gaming. They're going to have to do something, because if you go on YouTube, it's really bad as far as I'm concerned. And I stream to them, and it's like their creator dashboard is horrible, like just straight up horrible. They don't have anything dedicated for gaming very well, and they used to. They
Well,
used to. Go ahead.
going back a little bit to the downfall of streaming, this is where, companies like Twitch, they failed to hit the mark. We all knew in the entertainment industry and the streaming industry, we all knew this was going to happen. For that couple years, streaming and everything was booming. Why? Because everybody was fucking on lockdown.
Yep.
Well, this year, nobody's on fucking
It went
lockdown.
back to normal.
Everything's back to normal now. And what these companies failed to do was take that boom and invest it for the future. Plan ahead. What happens when we go out of quarantine? What happens when we go out of lockdown? What happens when people realize, oh, there's a real world outside of their computer screen or their phone? you know, where they could have planned ahead as a business is planned for advertisements to pull these people in at a certain amount of time afterwards to say, hey, even if it's for an hour or two, you should still come and watch us because people will remember that. They'll say,
Right.
oh, well, yeah, I used to watch this a lot. I could give 2 hours a night, while I go to bed or whatever to watch a stream, and
Right.
they didn't do that. None of them did that. Not YouTube, not Twitch, not but YouTube didn't have anything to worry about because they've always had that video viewer base. It didn't matter to them. You know, if people are watching videos on their platform, they're going to eventually migrate to the streams. And if they pull a few big names here and there, they'll be booming, and they are.
Well, here's the thing too, right? You know, I will say this: Twitch has a way to come back. They can please their people real quick by putting things in place, and we can all be honkadory here. The problem is Twitch has been doing this um, for a very, 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 very long time. You know what I mean? They've been doing the whole we're going to be about our platform. We're not going to give an inch to anybody, but we're going to be about our platform. And fuck the rest, right? Pardon my language, but fuck the rest. And they really haven't adapted. They haven't gotten with the times, and it shows it with they finally just came to the board with low latency. They finally came to the point with certain things. They're taking aspects from other platforms. They have not innovated, and they're losing people. And the reason they're losing people is because when you don't put things in place to keep the viewer, we're learning this about other platforms. If you don't do things to keep the people invested or keep your streamers happy, they're going to leave, no matter what platform it is. And by the way, I want to make this clear: we're not comparing platforms here. This is not a Twitch bash session. We want to see Twitch, thrive. Here's the thing: I want to see Twitch thrive. Why? Because it's good for business. I don't want to see Twitch like this.
I want to see every streamer succeed. You
Exactly.
know,
But we have to
on
call it.
whatever they base as success, I want to see them succeed.
But we're gonna call it the way we see it. Right now, if you're a business person, it looks not good on paper for Twitch. It,
No, it doesn't. And it looks like you should go somewhere else. If you already have a following or a subscriber count on YouTube, start planning. Start planning on a move. Start planning ahead because I feel like within the next year, maybe two, Twitch is going to be no longer. We're no longer going to see a purple brand. You know,
yeah. And I don't want to, and I don't want to see that personally. I think there should be many streaming outlets for anybody to go anywhere they need to be. And, with Twitch, yes, they're making their mistakes, but they could fix this.
And I mean, insignificant or not, I don't know how significant of news this may be, but just recently too, with the whole partnership with Streamlabs and Trovo, they just released a promo code now. If you use Trovo in Streamlabs, you get 10% off of a year or 5% off of a month getting Streamlabs Prime.
That's amazing.
You take that how you want it, but me personally, my opinion, I take that as a sign. Even, the streaming places that you use, the programs that you use to stream off of and record off of are losing their faith, and they're now advertising for other platforms instead of the once big name they viewed as a big name. I don't know.
Well, here's my question: do ad revenue people and sponsors walk out of Twitch? See, the thing is, like, I can compare this to wrestling.
Or
When
do they not have to walk out of Twitch? They don't have to walk out of Twitch to gain other partnerships,
Well, okay,
to
so
advertise elsewhere.
the
So
way
maybe they start testing the waters like they already do on YouTube, on places like Trovo, on
true,
places like D Live, on places like Facebook. Like they start advertising these shits and they start,
true.
like
It's just, it's wild to me in 2022. It's wild because, Ninja, I'll personally say this, and I said this to you when Ninja made the move back to Twitch. I said it was a mistake. I really said that, and I owned to that. I said it was a mistake, but I understand why he did it. And I get the money was good. You follow the money, because in streaming, you follow the money. I mean, people could sit here and say, I'm trying to build a community and I'm trying to do this and that and the third. That's all high and dandy. But really, when you come down to it, you really want to be paid for the content that you're putting out there. We're all
and I think a
entertainers.
lot of that had to do with his big Adidas deal too.
That too.
You know, I
Right.
think Adidas felt like, that big whole time in thing, he had a contract with them and he had to pull a certain amount of views and this and that. And I think what they seen was, or what they thought was, he was going to pull more viewership, more revenue, more sales from Twitch than he would YouTube.
Now, if you guys are not following the Twitch saga, so we're gonna go analytical a little bit. We're 27 minutes into this. We're gonna go a little analytical real quick because we want to give you all the information possible. So when Twitch does these subathon events, right, they're losing hand over fist money. They came out and said that. What they are trying to do is to stop the bleeding. They're going to go probably 50-50 split with partners. They're probably going to go 50-50 split with affiliates. They just finally came down for the first time in Twitch history, and they are allowing simulcasting. So that 24-hour lift. Now, you cannot multi-stream still as a partner, but what you can do, technically speaking, you can have two streams going on, one going to one and then one going to another. So you can have two OBSs going on. You can have one going to TikTok and you can have one going to Twitch. However you want to slice and dice that. That's what they're basically saying. Now, you still can't go over to Facebook or go over to YouTube and stream to both as a partner. But I think what I'm going to say is I think that's going to be lifted because, at the end of the day, streamers should feel that they got the support of their platform. And, um, that's my personal opinion. I think Twitch is going to lift a lot of things. I think they're going to make it easier on the affiliates. They're going to make it easier on the partners. I think the floodgates are going to be
They're going to
open.
have to.
They're going to have
They're going
to.
to have to.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the writing on the wall, you know, okay, a little bit more analytical. Here we go. So Valkyrie and Courage, they both left, right?
Right.
If the grass isn't greener on the other side, they both got offered contracts. They were both in the news for renegotiations for their contracts. If they didn't see a massive growth or a potential for a massive growth, why would they have re-signed with YouTube for another contract? Why would they have not just gone back to Twitch?
Because I think it's not all grass is green on the other side. I think,
Exactly. You know,
yeah.
it's better on YouTube for them. They
Right.
have
Well,
seen a massive growth over on the red brand and they have the purple brand.
here's the thing. So YouTube is the fascinating part. So I was listening to other big names, a lot of the bigger names out there, right? Like I said, Senpai Gaming, things like that. Me and you watch pretty much those analytical channels anyway. We go into depth about them, privately on Discord all the time. And the one thing out of it is YouTube's not paying as much as Twitch. Okay? They're not paying as much. Here's the funny part of it all. They're not getting the same as they would on Twitch, but they're still moving over to YouTube anyway. That should say something to you. That tells me something to do in the environment over at Twitch is not good. It's not good in Mayberry right now. That tells me something. If you're not getting paid as much, but you're getting close enough to what's going on, then yeah. So I just think Twitch has a lot of things they need to fix. And I think, I don't want to see another streaming platform be dead, gone in the world of things. I think Amazon will sell Twitch before anything. I think Amazon's more about their products, selling their products, because Amazon's hurting right now. They're getting rid of Amazon Basics. If you guys haven't heard that today, Amazon Basics, a lot of their products, they're going to stop selling because they're not making money anymore. They're losing money. And Amazon's got a lot going on right now, money-wise. They're hurting. So I wouldn't be surprised if Twitch becomes a tainted thing to them, they sell it off. I would see it coming sooner than ever. I think Amazon doesn't want to have a cancer. I don't like throw that word around, or a virus around, so they'll probably get rid of the dead weight sooner than later. Now, who do they sell to? That's going to be tough to me. If they decide to sell, I wouldn't be surprised to see, because I'm going to say this in a good way. And please, this is a prediction. This is just me speculating. I would love to see Netflix buy Twitch. Why? Because Netflix is really trying to build up their gaming empire with mobile games and stuff like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if Netflix bought them out. Now, Netflix doesn't have as much capital as you think it does, but I would love to see them do it or give it a try. Now, that would be interesting if Netflix went out and bought Twitch and changed the name to Netflix Game Streaming to where you can stream to it and be whatever. You know what I mean? That would be interesting. But that's me predicting. I think Amazon will sell it eventually. To who, where, why? Don't know. But if they keep hurting like this, Amazon's going to probably cut ties. And in I couldn't say this the last 10 years ago, man. This is just shocking to me. I'm watching a company slowly go downhill real fast. People tell me how Twitch is great. Everything's great about Twitch, but I don't know. When you watch your about 15, 16 streamers walk off your platform that are big names, not small names, big names, that's concerning. That's concerning. That was like when AEW started out their wrestling, stuff, right? And all the wrestlers flocked over to it. So, and you know what? Fatal, maybe I'm wrong with this. Wouldn't it be something Ninja made his own streaming platform? Wouldn't it be something? He comes back and just makes his own streaming platform. Wouldn't that be something? You still here, Fatal?
That would be pretty crazy, man.
Wouldn't it be something that he just brings all of his friends involved and he just starts his own thing, gets a team together, say, I'm coming out with my own streaming platform, here it is? I wouldn't be surprised. Dr. Disrespect was going to do something like similar. I don't know. What do you think at the end of the day? What do you think? What do you think at the end of the day with all this? Where do you think Twitch is going to go? Do you think Twitch is going to sell? Amazon's going to sell it and just cut the dead weight?
I mean, if they don't grow new on-screen personalities to become partners and get that viewership base back, I mean, they're dead in the water. They become basically like Trovo. They become minimum viewers. YouTube becomes dominant. Um, yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
Now, in the esports side of this, I know you were really wanting to do this video slash podcast. Esports mindset, esports sense of mind. What does this do for the esports scene as far as Ninja and the Twitch and all that? Where do you think you follow the news all the time? Where do you think does this hurt the industry for esports, or is this just a eye-opening moment for the esports scene?
Hmm.
It's hard, isn't it? Because esports is pulling out as well. If you really want to go there, they've been pulling out for quite a minute off of Twitch. Overwatch is now over on YouTube. League of Legends is now on both YouTube and Trovo. So it's literally
Everything Valorant is now on Trovo.
Yep. And YouTube. They yep.
And that was like 6 months ago, but Riot Games did partner with Tencent and YouTube and Trovo.
My thing is with Twitch is they're gonna have to do something. They're either gonna have to
They
go.
have to.
They have to now. The ball's in their court. We're gonna have to see. They did say at TwitchCon.
But I don't think they're going to, because they would need a massive investment. They would need a massive advertisement. They would need to get some of their partners back, which I don't think they're going to be able to because they have all signed contracts.
True.
I feel like Ninja's already gone.
You think he's just
Going
flat
back
out
to this
gone?
point, this whole video, why it was started, like, Ninja's already gone. Like, I think he's in contract negotiations. I think his pen is basically on the YouTube contract, and he's just waiting to sign it because his profile picture is gone. The moment he stopped his stream, they removed his partner badge. It was on for his whole stream today. But the moment he said he don't know when he's going to be back or where he's going to be back on, they removed it. Poof.
Well, they did this
Gone.
one. They did this once before with him too.
They did this another time before with a Dr. Disrespect too. Removed
And
his shit too.
right. And here's my thing.
The only thing they can't remove is his follower count, because that's his. He can never have that removed.
The problem with Twitch is they gotta stop being so salty over things.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna lose everyone.
They're gonna start losing everyone
at this point, because Pokemon's gonna leave. All their big names are gonna start leaving because they want to play with their friends, and Twitch isn't allowing them to.
Well, Twitch is trying to be WWE when WWE was doing exclusive contracts and you couldn't do certain things.
You got Valkyrie and Nade Shot and Courage and fucking Tim the Tap Man over there on YouTube, all been there for a year or plus, and they're all hitting massive growth on their YouTubes already, aside from what they were already growing, just posting videos over there. Now they're live streaming and posting videos and creating other channels and, monetizing all the channels and pulling it all into one. Massive growth over there. Massive.
I want to make
over
this.
the past
I want to
couple
make
years.
this clear.
Why would these big names not want to go over there on YouTube, start creating content with all their fucking friends they used to, and massively grow again?
I also want to make this extremely clear. If you guys are watching this and you're a Twitch fanatic, take this with a grain. Take what we are.
Yeah.
We're speculating.
I'm not bashing Twitch.
Right.
I'm not.
I just want to make that
But
perfectly
the
clear
writing
throughout
is
this
on the
video.
wall, and as a viewer, I want to start seeing more content with Ninja and Tin with Tatman together. I want Twitch to release these fucking walls that they have for their partners and who they can and can't play with.
Because YouTube is literally
It's
stating,
stupid.
this is what YouTube's basically stating, hey, you can multi-stream and still be a partner on our platform. Facebook's saying the same, Trovo's saying the same, DLive's saying the same thing, Brime, all of these places are saying the same thing, but Twitch can't come together with that. They're just like,
Twitch is
no,
the only one.
we're gonna
They're
be
the
the
only ones left.
we're gonna be the anti-establishment.
Antisocial. Yeah. We
And
can't be social with any other platform. Sorry.
you can't be social with your friends or social with people if you're partnered. And it's like, I just want to say in a good way. I just think times are changing. I think YouTube has seen the writing on the wall. I think they're like, we need to pay big names to be here. We can't just keep having MKHDs and the Linus Tech Tips and the J's 2 cents and all this being big names. We need to throw some variety at that and bring in some gaming channels. And YouTube did have a gaming platform. YouTube Gaming, they could bring it back, and that's what they should do. Bring back YouTube Gaming. Dude, I'd be more about YouTube if they had more of the features what they used to have for gaming. Their gaming app was the shit. I really enjoyed their gaming app. And then they failed and they got rid of it. Now they're trying to get back into gaming. YouTube's got a long way to go before I even, say, oh, wow, they're number one in the world. They got a long way to go. But this is a start. Google's opening up their floodgates. They're putting their money where their mouth is, and they're buying all these organizations and companies, and it looks like they're trying to build a streaming empire. And the thing is, what people should be worried and concerned is Twitch was boasting that they were the be all end all. For years they were sitting here saying how they're untouchable, how they're number one in the world, no one can touch them. Well, guess what? YouTube's dumping money and streamers are coming anyway. The money is not the same, but they're not caring. That tells you something. That screams volumes. I don't care what platform you're on. You know what I mean? So, at the end of the day. So, that's really all I'm going to say here in this video. I think, Twitch has some systemic problems. I think they need to go back to the drawing board and get back to where they were. And do the right things. Start paying their streamers properly. Have things in place, better cuts, better things. Please the partners, because right now it doesn't make them look good. Twitch can have as many streamers they want, but if you're not paying your streamers right, you're not doing the right things, that's game over. When you start treating your people wrong, it's over. In anything, really. I'll give you an example. Here's an example for you. I don't know if you guys, I don't know anybody in the audience that are going to be listening to this. You guys remember, oh my goodness, back in the day, Funko-Land. Remember that? Funko-Land. What did they do? They shit on their people eventually. They treated employees wrong. They went downhill real quick. And guess where they are now? They're owned by GameStop. That's what's going to happen with Twitch. When you shit on your people and you don't give people the tools or the things that you need in place, you're done. That's just the way it goes. That's like what happens with the in sports. Why the XFL fail? Why do these fail? When you don't put things in place and make fans feel welcomed or make fans feel good, you're done. This is how this goes. Is Twitch on life support? I'm not going to go that far, but I will say they're really close. And it's up to the CEO and Amazon to come together and make things right. And they have to. I think YouTube will start becoming number one. If they sign Ninja and they bring in a few more people, YouTube's number one in my eyes at this point. And Twitch should be very, very worried. Now, Ninja could pull a move. Ninja could go somewhere else. He could go to a smaller platform. We don't know these answers. I don't know what Ninja in the mind of Ninja or Pokimane are. Pokimane's on the fence too, just like Ninja. We don't know. We just don't know. And it's funny. It's funny how a lot of people sat here and told me that, and I'm not trying to take ribs or anything. I got a lot of people that told me Twitch is this be all end all place, and I'm a sheep for my mind, for my mindset. And I believe I've always said Twitch was never the be all end all. I never thought Twitch was ever number one. Were they number one for viewership? Sure. But I never thought they were number one in gaming. I always thought that. I always thought it was other places and other things. I always thought YouTube was better for gaming anyway. As far as how we watch content, I think it's much easier to go watch a video on YouTube. I don't know about Fatal here, but I think it's much easier to fire up a streaming box on YouTube and watch Dr. Disrespect personally than it is Twitch. I don't know about you, Fatal. What do you think?
A little bit easier, yeah. Because I don't have so many ads I have to scroll through just to watch them.
Well, especially if you have YouTube Premium. If you have YouTube Premium,
Yeah.
it's a real easy
Well, you
deal.
bypass all the ads even without YouTube Premium, though. Most of the time, all you get is that 5-second pre-roll ad, and you can skip it, and you're good. You're good for hours. Hours before they roll another ad on you. Twitch, they rolled ads on you for fucking sometimes every 30 minutes for hours at a time.
Right. Anyway, do we want to wrap this up?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right.
I'm good. I've said everything I needed to say. Ninja's
Guys.
gone off of Twitch. That's my final word. Ninja's gone off of Twitch. His profile pic's gone. His partner badge is gone. Just wait for the ink to dry.
Wait for the ink to dry. Guys, make sure to check us out on Twitter. We will have in the future things. We're gonna have an Instagram. We're gonna have
Who knows? We might be back here tomorrow with the announcement of Pokimane is leaving Twitch. Yikes! Oops. Spoiler.
Oh, yikes. That's coming day by day. Amarath, man, it's becoming day by day, night by night.
This is not a prediction. This is a spoiler. My name is Fatal Streams, and this is SlamZoneSports, and you heard it here.
By the way, guys, we're on everything. So you guys, if it hasn't updated in the link, we'll make sure it gets updated in the descriptions and everything. Check us out on Spotify. This will be up on Spotify as well as another episode. We're going to be doing later on
Check us out on Trovo.
Check us out
on Trovo this weekend for live reactions to all the AEW content, all the WWE content. We can't show video, but we can play audio and we can give our live reaction, and we're good.
By the way, guys, as the news comes in for wrestling, we'll be covering it as well. Just real quickly, if when Fatal's at work, if there's something going on in the wrestling, for damn sure I'll be there. If Braun Strowman reportedly to be, we'll talk about that tomorrow. But Braun Strowman to reportedly going back to WWE,
but rehabbing for an injury.
Injury. Anyway, guys, make sure to rate, like, and subscribe. Smash that sub button if you're on YouTube. I'd appreciate that. Hit the bell icon. Please hit the bell icon. If you're not hitting the bell icon, you won't get notified what's going on as it's happening.
You're missing out. You're missing out.
Also, guys, make sure to follow us on Spotify. Hit that follow button. Boom, puts us on the side. We're always uploading. Always. The gaming side, we are working on that. That's coming. So stay tuned on that.
If you want to give your own feedback, come on Trovo. Get in a part of the chat for the live reaction videos. Like, you guys want to be a part of that? We can pull you in. You can give your voice. You can give your opinion on matches. We want to do that.
Anyway, we're out. I'll see you guys on the next one. We'll see you on the next one. For
See you
Worlds
tomorrow.
Collide. For Worlds Collide, it's gonna be an interesting weekend. All right, guys. Peace.